Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a little while since I posted a video and there's a reason for that. I've been really busy and planning stuff. So the decision's been made already, but I figured since I told my family and everyone that close to me, I might as well tell you guys. Here in around the end of February this coming year, I know it's still like 10 months away, but I'm moving to Colorado. So I'm going to document this whole time and the trip. I'm going to try to document the trip, and as well as the move there, the hotel stays, the pricing, what it's like. So if anyone else is planning to move to Colorado, that might help. Quit, Press, get out of there. My dog. I'm already in the process of packing up stuff, so the things I know I'm not going to need right away, I've already packed that up into totes, so that way when it gets closer to that time, I'll be basically living out of totes and packed bags. So I'm not rushing to pack up an entire 3-bedroom apartment in one day, so that way all we have to do is basically get the U-Haul, load everything up, and yeah, I'll be driving my vehicle with my kids, and my significant other will be driving the U-Haul with all of our stuff. And so I already have pricing on the U-Haul. I'm actually like I think I said like 12 or no 12, yeah, about 1,200 miles or a little less. Come on, Press, come on. Come on. Get off my bed. Get off my bed. Sorry, I'm trying to get my dog off my bed. Hang on. Hey. Come here, you. Anyway, so the U-Haul is around a little under 1,100 to take from here to Colorado. I'll probably be living in Aurora, Colorado. We're looking in Aurora or Denver. They're right there next to each other, so, you know, my significant other can work in either Denver or Aurora. So, yeah, and everything's already planned out. We already know how much we're going to have, basically saved up. From now until then, we're planning this trip out. It's just going to be a simple transfer from his job here to the job out there. So basically, we've already got a job set up, and yeah, it's just about taking the money and going. And in the case that he is not able to transfer, we'll have enough money to pay everything for a few months while he gets work out there. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, he works for Amazon, so, and Amazon just opened up a new factory out there, so, pretty much, it's a simple thing. Just head straight out there and see what happens, make life out there, you know. My kids don't know yet. They're not going to find out until closer to the move. They're little, so I think they'll be excited. We're going out there because we have family that lives in New Mexico, so we'd like to be able to visit family when we have time. And from Aurora and Denver, it's only like a 5 or 6 hour trip to where my family is. So I'll be able to visit my friends from school and my family and start a whole new life in a whole new place. We've never lived in Colorado, but we have driven through Colorado. Colorado's beautiful. They've got like the green grass and the trees and mountains and just like amazing type of landscape. So it's gonna be fun. We've been talking, and I haven't mentioned this in any of my other videos because we weren't sure if we were going to go to Ohio, California, or Colorado. I don't really want to live in California. Not that it's a bad place to live or anything. It's just more expensive. And yeah, so we had to look for the best place to go. Now, Ohio would be cheaper, But I don't really want to live in Ohio. The schools aren't great, and the economy there is not very great. But in Colorado, the economy is bustling. It's around the same price as what we pay for rent out here. So far, the pricing that I have seen is between $800 and $900 a month. That's in Aurora. When you get to like Denver, it's a little bit more because we have to get a 3-bedroom house. But we found a few places. I'm sure they won't be available by the time we are ready to move. But my whole point in looking is basically kind of getting a roundabout price range. There's places for around between $750 and $900, and then they just go up from there. I mean, there's places for $1,000, $1,200 a month, But my price range and my husband's price range is around $900. We don't want to pay more than $1,000 a month for a place to live, because we want to have extra money left over for other things like taking the family out and paying bills. So I figured if we paid around between $850 and $900 a month for a decent place, 3-bedroom, that will have enough money left over in the month to actually go out and do stuff, like hiking or biking or whatever, do family things together. So yeah. I'll be starting my own in-home business out there, so I already have all that planned out. I know that between now and the time I move, we should have enough money to get into a place, pay for the U-Haul. We're actually buying another vehicle out here before we go, just something newer, nicer, with an entertainment thing. We're going to buy it cash outright from an individual, because out here where I'm living in the city here, you can get a nice used vehicle from people who basically, have a lot of money and don't care to sell their vehicles off for around $1,600, $1,800 cash. Now, it won't be no 2010, 2012, but all I need is something about 2003 or newer, between 2003 and 2006, just so that way I can own my own vehicle, don't have to worry about payments, don't have to worry about all that mess. Just helps save money in the pocket there. I know I can do this. I know a lot of people are probably like, yeah, you can't get something like that, blah, blah, but out here you can. I actually bought a vehicle for $1,300, but I wound up making the mistake of buying it in a not so great town, and in that particular town, I guess the car wasn't the greatest car, so that car wound up breaking down, but I was able to get another one for practically the trade of that broken down car and $400 cash. So it's not like you're totally screwed if something happens like that. So that's what I like that for. But I figure that vehicles will probably be more expensive out in Colorado than they are here, so I better get my vehicle now, because I know that buying a cheaper car, like a 2000 or 2001, is probably going to be like at least $2,000 or more to buy it from an individual cash outright. The reason I don't make payments on vehicles is because I don't want to have to worry about not being able to cover the payment because my bills are high or my rent is higher than I expected or whatever. My family can afford to pay $1,100 a month plus our own utilities for a small 2 or 3 bedroom house for me and my kids. So yeah, it's all planned out. We planned it out to have the deposit, first month's rent, plus my husband gets a bonus for transferring. That's an $800 bonus, about something like maybe a little more. Yeah, because they pay for you to transfer through the company. But you have to wait a year. A year will be in January, so he's putting in for the move in February, and we'll be out there end of February in our first place by hopefully March 1st. So we plan on staying in a hotel for about a week to get everything moved into our house, everything turned on, and ready to go to live. Because you never know, some places will they don't have utilities turned on right away, and some places do. It just depends on the place and the owner of the place. So, yeah, I mean, we've already planned everything down to prices of housing, to deposits, to how much we're paying up monthly wise, what we're going to have left over, my business, what that's going to cost, which is just an in-home business that I do because I work on computers. So I'm going to buy like some current gaming style level of, on that side, so like something with like at least 8 to 12 gigs of RAM or more, plus like a 5 gigabyte to a terabyte of hard drive space, and I'll basically put that all together myself, put an operating system on it myself, which of course I know how much all that's going to cost, and turn, let's say I spend about $800 in a few computers, I can turn that, and I can double or even triple my what I paid out on it. So only because I have the skill set and the knowledge to be able to do that. So basically, I'm going to do an in-home business, and yeah, and that's, I can't wait to get to Colorado and make this life a good and happy, freaking fulfilling life. I'm extremely excited. We're spending like I said, I'm spending these 10 months planning and packing. That way, around February 22nd or February 25th, we will have everything packed up. So we'll just go get the U-Haul at about 9 o'clock in the morning that day, and load up the U-Haul and head out that afternoon. We'll probably drive about, I want to say 8 to 10 hours for the first trip, to at least get halfway there, and then the next day we'll wake up at 9 and get us and the kids loaded up in the vehicles around 11 probably, or 10, and head to Colorado and be there late that night. Pay for a hotel for about a week, because a lot of places have like a weekly hotels, so we'll do that, and then we'll just move into our place. We'll take our U-Haul and start unpacking and getting everything turned on and set up, and that way when all the utilities are on, we'll just move straight from the hotel right to the house and live. So yeah, that's the plan right now, and that's already set in stone. So we are moving to Colorado in February. So February 2018 is going to be the start of a whole new life. I pay $800 where I'm at right now a month, and this house is like, it's okay. It's not the greatest in the world. It could be nicer. Here in Indiana, there's not really a standard of living. So basically, you can have a shitty house as long as it's livable. You can charge $800 a month for it. So what I found in Colorado, the places are way nicer than what I'm living in here. Or what's even available. A lot of these houses are historic houses, so a lot of people don't want to tear down anything and rebuild it. They just want to keep everything as original as possible for that historic value. So the only thing they wind up changing is the outside of the house and the window styles. Basically, everything else stays the same. If a hole gets in a wall, they spackle it, and then they sand it and paint it. So you can tell behind me, that whole strip right there obviously wasn't a good job done. I could have done better, but nonetheless, it's a place to live, and it'll work. So 10 more months here, and I'm on my way to freedom of choice, freedom of living, and I can live the way I want to, with what I want to, and how I want to out there. Leave all this mess and craziness here in Indiana behind. Leave all this crazy, my husband's side of the family, leave all that behind. They only cause problems. So yeah, we're ready. We're gonna move closer to where I grew up, which is New Mexico. So I'll be able to visit my family out there and my husband's mom, so they can see the kids, and we can kind of be as close as possible. We just don't want to live in New Mexico. I don't want to ever live there, really. that place is terrible. Everything's so expensive. I mean, I could run my business there and survive well off, but I'd rather live somewhere where I've got not only the mountains, but the grass and the trees and anything that I want to do real close by. Family stuff is important, and I want to be able to take my kids out to do things, and out in New Mexico is just not possible. There's really not much to do out there, so that is why I don't want to live there. Plus, the school system sucks out there, and Colorado's school system is better and apparently going to get even better. So, that being said, done a lot of research over the last 8 months, and pretty much that's what's happening. So I figured I'd share all that with you guys. I'm sorry I haven't posted in about a week or a little over a week. I have been working my butt off, and yeah, I had a couple issues with vehicle, like I explained, and that's still going. So I needed some time to take care of some of this crazy life stuff. I don't know about you all, but I feel like life really doesn't like me, and so therefore I have to fight against a lot of things. So if that doesn't tell you this is not where I'm supposed to be, then I don't know what does. So I just figured that maybe I might have better luck, a better lifestyle, and more opportunity out there. So there's lots of money out there to be made and to be had, and I'm going to go after it. A new life, happy life, that's what's important. It doesn't hurt that it's easier to get on medical marijuana out there. Plus, it's recreational, so I don't have to wait until I get on medical to be able to get it. So, that's the plan. And I am excited. I'm worn out and exhausted from all of this stuff that I've been doing. But it'll be worth it in the end. So, thanks for watching. If you like this video or any others, please like, subscribe, and feel free to share. Till next time. Thanks, guys.